Good morning, friends. How are you? This is Vineet, and the channel is Unlimited Potential Inside. So, this time we thought let's have this discussion in the morning so that our day, becomes even more amazing. And the topic today we have is something that is relatable to all of us. How many of you like to prepare for things that you want to do? Let's say you have an exam, let's say you are working on a project, and it's your initial phase. How many of you are serious about preparation at the time? I was really not that serious, right? But the problem is, as Roman philosopher says, luck happens when preparation meets opportunity. If I'm not prepared, and even if I get opportunity, let's say somebody gives me an amazing opportunity of maybe a promotion that I'm getting from by joining another company, but am I ready? Am I prepared to grab that opportunity? Somebody might give you opportunity of director and VP and all, but are you prepared for that? You may want to clear your exam, some exam that you wanted to do since long, and suddenly the question is, are you prepared for that? Right? So we may get opportunities, we may want to do so many things, but are we prepared for that? Right? And the frustrating thing about preparation is it usually takes much more time. It requires so much of discipline. It requires so much of conditioning, right? So this was a big challenge for me and for many people. And when Vijay did this workshop last time on Saturday 9 p.m. and he talked about preparation for 1.5 hours. And I was surprised someone can actually talk on preparation for 1.5 hours. But the kind of things that we got was amazing. And we are a bunch of people who were actually uh, attended this workshop and learned so many things from them, and we wanted to share that excitement, that learning from with you guys as well. So let me invite all the people who are today's panelists, and let them ask to introduce themselves. And let me start with Vartika. And here is Vartika. Hey Vartika, how are you?
Hey, hi Vineet, I'm good. How are you?
Good, Vartika, good. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Vartika?
Sure, Vineet. Hi friends, my name is Vartika and I'm an IT professional. I have total 13 years of IT experience and I belong to a place in UP, 𝗵𝗽𝗲𝗄𝗵. And I have been associated with this platform for almost 7 months now. And today I am here in this mastermind alliance with my mentor with a positive mindset to discuss about power of preparation. Thank you. Over to you, Vineet.
Awesome, Vatika. Thank you so much. Let's invite Jayant on the screen. Hey, Jayant, how are you?
Hey Vineet, I'm good. What about you? How are you?
Good, good, good. Go ahead and
Yeah,
introduce yourself, Jayant. Yeah.
sure, Vineet. Hey everyone, I'm Jayant. I'm from Bangalore. I have over 8 years of experience as a software engineer. So, and apart from work, I do a lot of reading. I am involved in public speaking, and also right now I'm learning a lot of new things. And today, I'm part of this community for more than 8 months now. And today we are here to discuss about preparation. So I have come really prepared for that. Thanks, Vineet.
That's amazing. Okay, and let's invite Nishant on the screen. And here is Nishant. Hey, Nishant, how are you? And Nishant's video seems to. Nishant, can you hear me? Okay. Looks like there's some problem at Nishant's end. He can. I
Yeah,
can.
probably.
Nishant, can you hear me? Okay.
Hi,
Uh,
hi Vineet sir.
hey, Nishant.
How are you?
Good, good, Nishant. Why don't you
Hi
go ahead and
everyone. I'm
introduce your?
Nishant.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, am I audible?
Yes, Nishant, go ahead.
Oops.
Go ahead,
Uh,
Nishant. You're audible.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Nishant. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Hi. Yeah. Hi, I'm Nishant. I am a research associate in the field of wildlife conservation. So I have 4 years of experience in this field, and I'm from Bangalore. So my
Awesome.
hobbies are writing, reading, graphic design. So yeah, it's very nice to be here in this platform.
Great, Nishant. Good to have you here. And let's bring Ashwath on the screen. Hey, Ashwath, how are you?
Hi Vinay, I'm good. How are you? Good morning,
Good.
guys.
Good. Good morning. Why don't you go ahead and
Good
introduce yourself,
morning.
Ashwath?
Sure, yeah. Hi guys, my name is Ashwath. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I'm settled in Bangalore right now. I have around 3 years of experience in healthcare domain. I'm a software developer, and I used to do a lot of snooker around when I was in college. And right now, I'm picking up cycling as my hobby, as that makes me fit in these days, right? So, thanks for inviting me. Let's let's start with this preparation.
Amazing, Ashwath. And looks like that's the secret of your fitness, huh? Cycling.
Yeah, yeah. Recently, yes, I used to do. I used to like be on gyms pretty well consistently while I was in office. But these days, gyms are not safe, but cycling is. So let's pick
Yeah.
that up, right?
Good, good. Amazing.
Yeah,
Great. So, preparation. Who likes to prepare? Right? The most dreaded word, right? I want to directly eat food. Who's going to prepare that food, right? I want to prepare food. In the days of Swiggy's, right? In the days of Zomato, it's so difficult to prepare, right? We just want direct food, right? We want direct results, right? So let's talk about it. I know you all have so many points to talk on basis the learning that we had in the last workshop. Who want to start with
right.
this? What are the challenges of preparation? Why we don't prepare?
Correct. So let me go first, right? So
Uh-huh.
the important reason I think the people are not preparing these days is the discipline it takes to do the work. So we do set some goals. We do have short term goals mostly, and we do have long term goals. But the discipline to actually go through with that process is what we are lacking. And these days, people are not really, or including myself, right? When I have multiple projects lying around, I was not prepared to actually time manage it and then do it consistently, like the half a day this project, half a day the other project. The reason being, we were all worried about the process. Like when I'm doing A, we are worried about B. When we are doing B, we are worried about A. The discipline it takes time, right? It takes
Right,
time to
right,
actually track it down, and
right.
the consistency of it. We do start with some books. We read 2 pages. The third page we go, it's like, oh, I'm bored now. Let's go with the other book, right? And that consistency is, I think, what is lacking when we are actually preparing, and that is actually slowing down the process itself. That is delaying the goals that we are trying to achieve.
Amazing, amazing. So discipline. People don't like to discipline, right? And since discipline is not likable, of course, who likes discipline? Everyone want to liberate and be free, right? In this
Yeah,
modern times, right? I want to liberate. I don't want any kind of chain and those kind of things, right? Amazing.
correct.
So great point. Great point. Yeah. Who else? Anyone else want to add the other point?
Um, so one thing is like we are all conditioned to do last minute preparation. Like
Mhm.
for example, I mean, take any project for it like you're working on. Usually there are few phases, right? Like you have the design phase, and then you have the entire time to actually prepare what you want to deliver. But then what happens is usually we are just like taking it for granted. We're taking it easy when we're in the design phase, and then when the time comes to deliver, like there'll be like three months time. At the end of 3 months, we are still not. I mean, we are not delivered it, and at the same time, we are not prepared to deliver it. So that time, what happens is like at the end when you are actually trying to I mean, you're actually like the last minute, like all our last minute preparation, like for example, how you used to do for exams and everything. Like if you do that for your projects, obviously if there'll be some unforeseen circumstances that come up that you're not prepared for, so you take more time than it's actually necessary to finish it. So when you do this last minute preparation, you actually lose time than actually saving it. So we should all be there, not doing it. We should be actually prepared for anything, and when we are prepared, we'll foresee all these whatever problems that might arise, and
Amazing,
then we
amazing.
face it.
And I
Yeah,
think since childhood we are conditioned for that, right? The last moment
yeah,
preparation, right? Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. Procrastination, delayed. Okay, we'll do it. And suddenly that time comes, right?
yeah,
And
correct.
Oh my God! How come this is a delivery phase? I was still in the discovery phase. And then
Yeah,
now
I
that
mean,
last
we
minute,
all then we all talk about, oh, the time is running away. Time is not
yeah.
running away. We just like
I mean, we were actually sitting time anyway. Was just walking by.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Another the point was, Nishant, you want to talk on time consuming, why a preparation is time consuming, right? I think it takes, you want to talk
Yeah,
on that? Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. I would like to quickly add on that. The thing is, like if you want to become adept at something, you will have to give some amount of time to it. You have to like, as we were talking some time before, there's a principle where you'll have to invest something like 10,000 hours until like that's what athletes and artists do. In order to become adept at something, they have to give something like
10,000
10,000.
hours. Oh my God, Nishant, that's too much.
Sorry. uh,
You think
but
10,000 hours?
other than that, yeah, and like basically what I am implying here is they need to like have a process in place and keep at it. So that comes to my like the other point, which is about consistency. So a writer who I follow, I want to quickly tell about this video which I saw. So there's this writer called Stephen Alter. When he gave an advice for people who are like aspiring to be writers. So he says that consistently every day write at least 500 words. So they don't. So if you have some process like that in place, you can like let's say if you're writing a book, so you'll be better prepared to compile all of those and bring out a book. It's not possible impromptu to sit just a month before. Like if you would have seen that writers take a lot of time to bring out one novel or a book or any such thing. So he says that you don't write 1,000 words in a day, or just don't write some 100 words. Just keep a process in place. Like if you say if you're going to write 500 words, keep at it and keep practicing it every day. So that is one way I think which is very important: consistency.
Amazing, and I
The
can relate to that,
process.
Nishant. On my side, there is a cover page of my book, Unlimited Potential Inside, and
Yeah.
I've already almost spent 2 years to finish that book, and I think I have finished only 40% of that book yet. So I can relate to that. It's not easy. If you want to finish your story, finish your novel, finish your book,
Yeah.
it takes time, right? It takes time. It's time consuming. I'm not actually following that route. I will start following that route. Daily, I have to write at least 500 words. I'm just writing whenever I have time in 1 month, 2 month. Great, great, amazing point. And the 10,000 hours, why I was surprised is generally people don't believe it, right? If you want to master anything, of course, we can be jack of so many
Yes.
trades, right? That is always there. But if you want to really master any one particular thing, it takes 10,000 hours, right? 10,000 hours means almost 10 years. And who is ready to spend 10 years, right? In this fast moving world, nobody is ready to prepare for 10 hours, 10 years to, get to the
Yeah.
fast food, right?
And
Yes,
also, oh yeah, and also people are not aware of it, like this rule, right? Like which Nishant was
exactly.
telling, people are not aware of it. Like they're not even aware that you need to put in so much time. So like 3 months down the line, they say, it's not working. Let me move on to the next one.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
I,
And that's
I
where,
think the
yeah,
media, I think the media content, the movies is spoiling us because
yeah,
over in one song people get rich, right? That's not possible. People get master on anything. They write book in a song. This is not
right,
possible. In 3 4 minutes we can't do anything, right? So
right,
Yeah.
I think the media consumption that we have and the kind of content they produce is not
right.
helping us to actually put in that effort.
Exactly, exactly.
Also, I think, Vineet, there was one more point. It was like preparation makes us look ordinary. We are programmed in such a way that Rajnikant and Ritik Roshan, they are just like, oh my God, they are superheroes with certain amount of superpowers, and they don't need to prepare and they don't need to put any effort. It comes to them naturally. It's a mindset which we are brought up. I must say, in India, almost everybody knows that.
Right,
So when we are preparing and when we are putting effort, we feel like, yeah, it's not something which Rajnikant will prefer to do, or it is not something which Ritik Roshan will do. So that is something which stops us from preparing at most of the times, because we think it makes us look ordinary, it makes us look very small. That is a kind of
Yeah.
programming which we have in our mind since our childhood. So this is a very major point which stops us, and it happens at times with me also. I guess when we are in a project, when we are running for deliveries, it happens most of the times that we are in a state that when we have to present something in a client presentation or something like that, we generally feel like, oh, I have so much of experience in IT, I have so much of experience in industry. If I will prepare, why should I prepare? Even my juniors will think, oh, she's so senior, still she need to prepare so much.
Yeah.
That means
Yeah.
she's just ordinary like us. She's just like a software engineer. She's no more that lead kind of thing. I mean, that sort of programming goes everywhere. But if
Exactly.
you, yeah,
Mhm.
but I
Amazing. I really connect to that point. I didn't introduce myself complete. I have 18 years of experience, and at my experience, when I see my friends exactly in a similar situation, right? They want to learn data science, and suddenly they say, "Oh, I'll learn pick a new technology," and then suddenly a fresher or 2 years guy or 3 years old guy comes, and he is so smarter than me. So what the hell? Why I'm learning data science? So somewhere, but you have to do that, right? Otherwise you will not survive in this industry, right? If you are actually focusing on just one skill, only technology skill, and you are not even bothered about your overall development, personal growth, so that you can communicate with
exactly.
customers, you can do cross sell, and so many things you can do. But if you're not focused, you are only focused on one part of the thing, that is technology, then you have to do that, and the freshers and newcomers will compete with you, right? Amazing. I
Yeah.
think that's
I
Exactly,
think,
Vineet.
ordinary,
yeah.
right?
I think nothing comes easy, Vineet. If we see any public speaker or any guy who is hosting an event, trust me, that guy must have written a whole sort of script before that event itself. It takes lot of guts and lot of preparation if you have to sound very organic. It takes more
That's
preparation to sound
right.
ordinary and to sound very fluent in your
Exactly.
execution.
Exactly. If
Yeah.
he's speaking natural, means he has practiced a lot. Amazing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Jen, you want to add something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna agree with that, and also to the add to the point you were mentioning earlier, right? Like whoever's coming out fresher, like freshers in the industry, they obviously out competers and then outperformers in any of the technologies. Like if you have to keep up with that, we have to prepare that much. And then, as you said, like I can relate to it, and what Vatika and you said, like at this experience, at this so many of the years of experience, right? You always think, okay, what will other people think? What will these juniors think if I start this new thing right now? I mean, at some point of time, we all have to start. Like that's something we have to do. That like we all have to start and we have to prepare for whatever is coming. Whatever, like it's not technology as such. Like anything you want, you just have to prepare. Start preparing.
Exactly, exactly. Nobody wants
Yeah.
to look ordinary, right? And
Yeah.
amazing. I think everybody wants to become sudden super overnight star, right? They call it overnight
Yes.
star. They're just saying that to become overnight star, it takes 10 years of preparation.
Yes.
Of the fact that we don't
Yeah.
even see that, right? So suddenly a hero comes and he becomes a superstar, but he has
Yeah.
told so that, right, almost for many years. Only then he becomes. Even when for example, Sachin Tendulkar, many people give example that he was just such a big star in 17 years of old, 17 years of age, right?
Yeah.
But then if you read his autobiography, he started practicing like
Mm.
14, 16 hours a day at the age of 12 years itself, 11, 12 years itself, right? So everybody has to put that time, right? 5, 10 years of time, only then you can be actually be able to come to the stage. Amazing. That was some great
Yeah.
was that people make that people don't like discipline, and that the people don't like that because it's time consuming. Conditioning is for last moment, right? Ordinary, it makes me feel ordinary. And one another point that Vijay talked about was preparation needs money, right? Because
Yeah.
I remember when after my plus two, I did it from Gujarat board, and we moved to Punjab. And my father told, trust me, in Gujarat there is no culture of IIT and JEE. Most of the time it is there in most of the places, but Gujaratis are like business minded and they don't worry about it. And even I was not aware much of it. I thought, okay, that might be some kind of engineering and all. And when I came here, dad told me, okay, you start preparing for IIT. I said, I finished my plus two. How can I, in just 1 month, I can be, there, right? And he gave me some big books. Okay, you start preparing for this. And so the only price that I paid is those books. And as as it was obvious, I failed miserably. I didn't even solve one paper, one question when I went to Roorkee and I gave a Roorkee exam and so many things, right? So somewhere, if you want to prepare really well, you have to invest on yourself, right? If you want to become a great public speaker, you cannot become public speaker but just by seeing the YouTube video and all that. If you want to become great in your field, you'll have to invest there, right? Only then you can become. So preparation, another challenge is, the fifth challenge is, preparation requires money, and most of us are again in India attuned to not investing on ourselves once our education is done, once we are out of our particularly, even sometimes in this book club, in this PM workshop, it's just hardly we have kept the minimum 100 rupees. That also people think 100 rupees, oh my god, I have to pay 100 rupees, right? So that's amazing.
Yeah,
Any
I
thoughts on
mean
this?
the point you mentioned, right? Education is done. Like that's what most people think. Like, okay, once I'm out of my college, my education is done. But
Yeah.
like, it's actually that like your entire life, it's learning. Like the one, I mean, that's how you grow. Like once you stop learning, you stop growing, right? That's so like
Exactly.
that's all. That's how your education comes in different forms. People need to understand that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you are
The real
cycling,
challenge.
yeah, sure,
Yeah,
go
the
ahead.
real challenge. Yeah, the real challenge starts after you come out of college. In my opinion, it's from college you
Exactly.
know what you are going to face. What is there? The system is in place for you to actually excel because you don't have experience. But after that, you have to start defining your ideas. You have to start
Right.
preparing your career upfront, right? And
Right.
that is the real challenge because you have to prepare to even know what are the challenges and to bring out. So when you know the challenges, then you will prepare, and that preparation is required to get that idea of
Exactly.
succeed. Right?
Amazing, Ashwat. And particularly, since you said you were doing cycling, right? If you want to practice cycling and if you're not investing on a good cycle, you can't buy that Atlas Gold Line Super that used to happen earlier, right? And just
Exactly,
practice.
exactly. It won't work that way. You will cycle for 2 days. Third day is like, oh no, this is not having that feature. It is
Exactly.
actually making my life hard. You won't enjoy, and when you don't enjoy, it's not going to help you
Yeah.
go further on the cycling front, right? And
Amazing.
also with respect to this investing money part, we can all relate to this where we all do want to do some sort of investment on certifications. We want to learn new things and we want to prove that we can execute them. But we all want to do the certification, but we never do. Until we pay that amount, we never start preparing. It's always
Right.
in the backlog. Okay, tomorrow I'll start.
Really.
Tomorrow I'll start. Tomorrow. So it's been a
Right.
year that I want to do a certification, which is still on backlog. So that's the kind of victimization we come into. It's like a failure to a success lesson. So I failed on that. I failed
Right.
for a year to write certification, but that need not be a failure for everyone. It can be a success story. You start
Amazing.
paying. Yeah. So
I would like to
that
add, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
sorry, yeah. So one more point with that is when you pay. So I had one competitive exam certification I had to do. So I paid a month later in the future to write that exam. After I paid, I got that framework in place. I got that routine in place. Like today, I have to study 2 hours and 3 hours, and I was able to succeed on that. So that is a very important point that we have to invest first, and then you will automatically involve yourself in
Great
that.
point, Ashwat. That's a great point. Amazing point. Yeah. Yeah, but you were saying something?
I would just like to add that point which Jayant told, that condition for last moment. Vineet,
Mm-hmm.
most of the times in our relationships, also what happened is when everything is going smooth, you are contributing well in your relationship. The other person or your counterpart is not realizing the worth or the amount of energy and time you are putting in that relationship. But the phase which reaches, and they keep on taking you as for granted, just for granted, that yeah, it's a relationship and you're bound to do all these activities which you are doing. So when the phase reaches out to a place where you cannot turn back and make things right, so that is something which you cannot correct that moment of time, even if you try.
Exactly, and and the you're right. And the person who is doing this, he doesn't care till that moment comes. Then the other guy has to, the other
Exactly.
guy girl has to take the call. No, I think this is where I'll have to end this relationship. Right? That's a great point. Right?
Exactly.
It has to be from both the sides. Right? It cannot be that only one guy can fulfill the relationship. Amazing. Great point. Now, I think we have covered all five, reasons why people don't, why people fail to prepare. Let's talk about some principles, right? So,
Yeah.
if now the question is, let's say I'm convinced I have to prepare. Now, what are the things that needs to be done?
Yeah, so I think Ashwath was mentioning that time, like about framework, he was getting like a mindset of framework, right? So one of the principles is we need to have a framework in place for preparation. Preparation needs a framework, and that framework can be anything. Like one of the frameworks is mentorship. So you can have for like it can be in any area of your life. For example, let me give an example of communication skills and public speaking. So you need to have a framework of mentorship and your own preparation, and a lot of other things in place. And mentorship actually helps you, like mentorship and then coaching. What you call coaching is not just for sports; it's for anything in your life you want to excel in and perform a peak potential. So it's something, if you want to excel in your public speaking, if you want to excel in your communication skills, you need to have that mentorship in place. That is your framework around which you can build on that. On top of it, you can excel on.
Amazing, Jayant. That's a great point. And Jayant, since we are running out of time, any last point that you want to add? I'll just quickly go one by one.
Yes, that's what. So that's another thing. So I was saying, like, this platform, right? This platform is the framework I was talking about. So this is a great framework. You can where I was able to develop my own public speaking skills and communication skills, and I think everyone can do that. So if they have this framework in place, you can develop on that. You can experiment. You can reach your peak potential and become a great public speaker. That's what I wanted to add as well.
Great point. Ashwath, I know you're getting late, so you can go ahead and share your any last point or any message that you want to give.
Sure. Yeah. So we are talking about preparation, and that relates directly to the perseverance we have towards the goal. So we have to be disciplined enough to actually get into that preparation, follow that, and the routine you set for the idea or the goal that you have really helps a lot to achieving that goal. And I think I'm a newbie in this mentorship program, but in 2 weeks I can see myself transforming my routine of reading and writing, or the point collecting and all those skills, changing from let me do it tomorrow, from no, let's do it now, this is the time. So this really helps on that.
Amazing. Good to hear that. That's a great transformation from
Yeah.
tomorrow to let's do it now.
Yeah.
Nishan, you want to add something? As a last point, do you want to add something, maybe on preparation or about this platform, right? As a last point, you want to give any message? Yeah. I think
you're not audible.
You'll have to unmute yourself.
Yeah. So on preparation, I just want to tell this one quote which I'd written, which I'd made myself. Between yesterday's dream and tomorrow's reality lies today's commitment. So and that commitment is nothing but preparation. Like, it's basically that. And talking about the PIM, I was introduced to this through Jayant, and I'm quite a newbie here. It's been just a week, but it's really amazing to be part of this, where there are people from different life experiences, and then we're all united by a common thread of self-improvement, development, and getting skills like leadership. So it's amazing to be part of this.
Amazing, Nishant. And good to hear that you are writing your own quotes. I'm sure we'll be able to use some of your quotes in our sessions. Hey, Vartika, you want to add something at the end?
I would just say, Vinny, that it's a great platform and it has really helped me a lot, because it's not about just public speaking, because we often get confused. Public speaking is that you are confident and you are able to express yourself in a crowd. It's not about public speaking. It's more about how do you speak, how do you express yourself, and what do you speak. So definitely this platform made me understand all these three factors, and it is still I'm leveraging it, and it is really making me a better human being and a better person on day-to-day basis.
Amazing, Vartika, and I see that you have started helping so many people, so that's great. Amazing. I think that's all we had today, guys. At the last, the only advice I would say is stop watching all talent shows, right? Stop watching cricket, right? Stop watching all the movies, right? So all these movies and all these cricket and these things are somewhere making you feel that this is the only thing they're doing. They come onto the stadium, they just play like anything. Read their autobiographies. The person who you like, maybe you may be a fan of Sachin Tendulkar, read his autobiography, and then you'll understand 99% is perspiration, 99% is preparation. Hardly 1% is the outcome that you see on the stadium. Same goes for any star, any celebrity across the world, any successful guy across, only any entrepreneur, right? So start doing that. Let's see the real thing. What if I've become something? What is there behind, right? Not when we are speaking on the stage, maybe we might be speaking really well, right? But then we practice a lot at the back to come here, right? So don't judge us. Some people who might be scared. These guys are really good speakers. Trust me, we were very bad speakers. Just some time back, we were really bad speakers. We were so shy enough. We all are laughing, right? Because we were like that, right? And
Yeah.
so you just about some time you start preparing. PIM is a great platform. Unlimited Potential Insight is a great platform where you can come and prepare well on your self growth, on your public speaking, on your leadership, and then that's where you can start making impact, guys. So thank you so much. I hope we made some sense, and you will learn something from today's discussion. Tomorrow again, Saturday 9 p.m. there will be another workshop, and that is going to be on the breakthroughs. How can I get some breakthrough in my life? How can I change the perception? That is going to be another amazing session. If you want to participate, connect with any one of us, and let us know. We will send you the link so that you can also participate tomorrow's workshop, and then you can be part of panel discussion as well. Thank you so much, guys. See you. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Happy weekend.